Hello, my lovely listeners. Welcome back to The Gentle Voice. Before we begin, I want to gently invite you to stay until the end of this episode, because what I'm sharing today isn't just advice, it's comfort, guidance, and healing. This episode is the one you'll return to when your heart aches, when the future feels uncertain, or when you need a gentle reminder that you've got this, even when things around you feel broken. So wherever you are, on a walk, curled up in bed, pouring your favorite cup of tea or coffee, or driving home, I invite you to breathe deeply with me, open your heart, and just let this conversation wash over you. I want to begin to talk about pain. Real, raw, unfiltered pain. The kind that comes from a breakup, a loss, a financial setback, a family wound, or even just the exhaustion of being human. So many of us carry silent grief, hidden anxiety, unspoken fears, and it's in these moments, the quiet ones, when no one else is looking, that our healing truly begins. Now, according to Dr. Kristin Neff, one of the leading researchers on self-compassion, she says that healing starts with kindness, especially toward ourselves. In her research, she found that people who practice self-compassion have significantly lower levels of anxiety and depression, and greater emotional resilience. Now, that's because when we stop fighting our pain and begin to witness it with curiosity and compassion, something shifts inside of us. We stop being enemies of our own hearts, and instead we become caretakers of our emotional landscape. Now, let's talk about our body, because trauma, heartbreak, and stress, they don't just exist in our mind. They exist in our body, and they live in our chest, our stomach, our muscles. They even affect our sleep. Now, Dr. Bessel Kolk, author of The Body Keeps the Score, reminds us that being able to feel safe with other people is probably the single most important aspect of mental health. And that includes feeling safe with yourself. Creating internal safety means practicing mindfulness, grounding techniques, and nervous system regulation. So maybe today, that means you step outside, feel the sun on your skin. Maybe it means unclenching your jaw, placing your hand over your heart, and whispering something like, "I am safe." When life feels chaotic, there's nothing for you to do, and there's nothing for you to fix. You just need to return to the present moment, because that's where our power lies. Emotionally, one of the hardest things we experience is feeling like we failed. Failed in a relationship, in our career, in being the person we thought we'd be by now. But here's what leading psychologist Dr. Brené teaches us. You are not a failure. You are a human being learning and growing in real time. Now, shame will try to convince you otherwise. It'll whisper that you're not enough, you're not worthy, you're not lovable. But shame lies, and healing begins when we stop internalizing shame and start rewriting our inner dialogue. If you're experiencing abandonment or rejection right now, or you have recently, especially from someone you love deeply, I want you to hear this. Their inability to stay or love you properly is not proof of your unworthiness. Often, people reject what they are not emotionally equipped to receive. That's not about you. It's about their readiness, their capacity, and their wounds. The late Dr. Maya Angelou once said, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." Now that choice, that sacred reclaiming of power, begins now. Spiritually, whether you consider yourself religious, spiritual, or simply open to healing, many professionals agree that having a sense of meaning or purpose is crucial in hard times. And Dr. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, wrote that when we cannot change our circumstances, we are challenged to change ourselves. He believed that healing often starts when we shift the question from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What can I make of this?" Now, here's where I want you to take out your journal. This is actually amazing advice to follow, because when I sense myself falling into this victim mentality of, "What is happening to me? Why is this happening to me?" I will make the conscious effort to tell myself the complete opposite. So I change my thoughts to, "This is happening for me. What lessons did I learn from this experience?" And I write all this down, or I sit quietly with myself and I think about these things. And then I ask, what steps do I need to take to grow and move on from this situation? This helps me a lot, and it actually takes me into a meditative state for a brief moment where I visualize myself coming out of the situation much stronger and wiser. So I definitely encourage you to do the same. It leaves you in a powerful mindset, not a negative mindset. Now, here are some helpful questions to get you through your situation. What is your pain here teaching you? What new strength is being forged in this fire? What is trying to bloom through the cracks? Now, I want to offer you a few affirmations as well. These aren't just empty words, okay? They're not empty words, but soul-nourishing truths backed by what we know in both research and practice. Now, these are just to get you started. If you don't like them, you don't have to say them or write them down. And I actually encourage you to create your own. That's a great meditative practice to get into. But here they are. I am allowed to grieve and grow at the same time. My worth is not determined by someone else's inability to see it. Healing isn't linear, and I am still healing even when I feel stuck. Every day, in every small way, I am returning to myself. I do not chase peace. I create it from within. I want you to say these words out loud. You can write them down or just let them echo in your heart. And again, if they don't resonate with you, you can always create your own. Now, here's what I want you to know. You're not broken. You're becoming a better version of yourself, becoming more compassionate, more resilient, more aligned with the version of you that isn't afraid to love deeply, fall hard, try again, and keep going. So if you're in a hard place right now, whether it's grief, heartbreak, financial fear, a strained family tie, or just a general sense of loneliness, Know that you're not alone. You're not weak. You are human, having a very normal human experience on this planet, and that is sacred. If this episode helped you in any way, I'd be honored if you liked it, shared it with someone who needs to hear it at this time, and subscribe to my channel. This space is safe, and I welcome everyone and anyone who is needing a friend and some gentle guidance. Until next time, keep breathing, keep journaling, keep visualizing, and just keep going. And I am so proud of you. Take care.